Hi, and welcome to my presentation on the effects debate about violent media. So, what is the effects debate? The effects debate suggests that certain subjects in the media change our views and perception of things, and it can desensitize us to certain topics, sometimes altering the way we think or act. One of these key topics is violence. I'm going to discuss ideas relating to the debate, including audience theories, in this presentation. So, first off, academic needle theory. Now, this theory states that media is accepted 100% by audiences. In the past, this could be said as true, but now many people are more media literate, so they don't accept things wholeheartedly. There's some sorts of media that people do accept wholeheartedly, though, which is news, even though sometimes news can be made up or just taken out of context, such as KFC serves customer deep-fried rat, which didn't actually happen. It was just a piece of chicken shaped really weird, and some news station took it up and said, hey, this is news, and it wasn't actually true, and lots of people believed him. So now I'm going to talk about uses of gratifications of The Walking Dead. Diversion. People are distracted by the violent and bloody nature of zombies and survivors on screen. And personal relationships. Walking Dead, huge show, millions of viewers. So people who watch you strike a conversation with, such as me and Fred this morning would talk about, and so was me and Tasha. Surveillance, you can learn a lot of things, such as how to fix a broken leg, and even if they're not real, how to kill a zombie. And personal identities, there's many characters to connect with that show. For example, some people relate to Rick because they would also do anything to protect their family in the kind of situation he's in. So, reception study I've chosen Game of Thrones to look at this. The audience enjoys Game of Thrones because of the graphic nudity and violence and language, and it's their type of show. They like the war, they like the sex, they like the narrative of the show. The opposition is the audience doesn't really like all the rape and violence that's in it, such as Tasha wouldn't like all the violence because it's too gory for her. And negotiated, the audience understands that people like violence in media but disagrees with it for a different matter. So, passive or active audience. Passive audience one that just lets the show go by and is less media literate in general. A lot of the time it's an older audience that doesn't interact with the show as much as maybe an active audience would. Sometimes the active audience would even criticise or like join in on like Twitter or something to talk about the show. Now I'm going to show you a trailer and ask you a question.
Cuma beberapa bulan. Kamu nggak boleh tahu aku ada di mana. Kenapa nggak boleh dekat kamu?
Nah, kalau kita mau membersihkan kota ini dengan bersih, kita harus tangkap mereka. Nama-nama yang penting.
So that was trailer for The Raid 2. Now put your hands up if you have any questions or opinions on that trailer. Great. So all of you who didn't put your hands up would be considered a passive audience. Alex, any opinions?
I thought it was kind of dope.
Yeah. Thank you, you are now an active audience member. Now, the effects of a bit of violence. What is the effect of watching violent programming on audience? Well, it makes a younger generation who start watching violence from a younger age more desensitized to more graphic stuff. And according to higher authority figures such as politicians, media violence has apparently made people more violent. So over the years, violence in TV and film has been getting more and more gory. Shows like Game of Thrones and Kill Bill, showing more bloodshed and graphic torture scenes that you've seen. Very graphic. Overexposure to violent content is said to give us a less emotional response to violent media because it's a lot of text have made things more gory, and some people say it might have desensitized us to real life violence. It's been debated many times, but since violent crime has been going down in years, there's no real correlation. Besides, the Aurora cinema shooting in 2012, a man dressed up as the Joker and shot up a bunch of people going to see The Dark Knight Rises in the cinema. Now, the news used video games to make a quick escape, even though the man actually had mental health problems and was diagnosed schizophrenic. But most news sites blame video games and violent media. Health concerns. One of the biggest health concerns with violent programming is the effect on young people's minds, since they are much more impressionable. Also, another one is that video games on children leads them to stay inside more, getting increasingly distant from society and most likely gaining weight due to lack of exercise. Censorship in violence takes its form in ratings. The more violent, the higher the rating. In the UK, violence is also cut from films in the form of headbutts. Many headbutts were removed from the Matrix trilogy, as you can see here. This place. So there's no headbutt there. But on the next one, same scene. This was removed from scenes in theatres because they thought people would recreate headbutts and just start beating people up. So participatory theory is when an audience gets involved in stuff like forums and fan pages. It also goes towards the fandom. So here we've got screenshots from Reddit and Tumblr. Lots of pictures of Glenn there from The Walking Dead, and lots of discussions about episodes on this forum page on The Walking Dead. And finally, cultural competence. The audience that watch violent shows such as Walking Dead and Game of Thrones know that violence isn't real from growing up watching violent shows, mainly in like more first world countries such as America and England, where they can see this stuff more often. Other places might not be as culturally competent as us because they don't grow up with such violent media. It also kind of contributes to desensitization in the media. That said, it still doesn't mean that people are being like, they won't react badly to violence in real life. So in conclusion, I believe that violence in media doesn't actually cause any violence in real life, as we've looked at studies and seen that it has no correlation. Thanks.